Hey everyone, I wanted to shoot a quick video. I'm warming up right now. I just got finished actually. I'm getting ready to do some cleans and stuff. But as I was going through and doing my mobility work, I was doing Spider-Mans, which is a common drill that I had been having people do for years. So I'm going to demonstrate that. But it occurred to me that there's a few flaws that I feel like are important to go over. I feel like a lot of times people have the mentality that they're doing something, they're in here just moving around, doing exercises, and that's enough. But most of my clients get sick of me discussing the fact that not only is the execution of an exercise important, but the setup. Because if you're not setting yourself up to do a specific set of whatever, then you're basically setting yourself up for failure. So if your setup's not optimal, then the rest of it's gonna look like crap. So a Spider-Man, basically, it's got several different names. I think Mark Verstegen calls it the world's greatest stretch with his spin on it. I've always called it a Spider-Man, but it's also called the runner's lunge sometimes. Basically, we're getting a good hip flexor, quad kind of stretch with it, extending all the way through the torso. I like to add some arm rotations and reaching. You can jazz it up further from there, but I'm just gonna show a basic variation. So essentially what I like to do when I have clients do this is I have them start either on their knees for a regressed version or in a high plank position. So from here, what we're doing is I'm gonna take my left leg, but you're taking your leg and you're stepping it outside of this left hand, okay? So from this position right here, a lot of people don't have the mobility to get down. So that's gonna be the first thing I touch on. If you're super, super tight through here, which a lot of people are, there's nothing to worry about. You're not gonna get the most benefit from this drill if you can't get down here with a flat back. So what I often have people do is use either a step bench or a foam roller and place their hands on it. So with elevating the upper body a little bit, you can sink down into the stretch better. See how much better that looks, rather than, I'm gonna try to pretend that I've got crappy mobility, but somebody's here and they can't, because the goal is to try to get the chest pushed through and the hips down. So using a step bench or whatever you're using allows you to step through nice and easy and keep everything aligned. So see how my back is flat? I can push my chest out, shoulders back, and sink my hips into it. Okay, so what I like to do here, you have the option of either keeping the knee on this back leg up or resting it on something. So if you rest it on something, I kind of like this version lately. I feel like you can stay in the position a little bit better. What I like to do is take the inside arm, or the arm that's closest to this foot that's forward, reach it to the ceiling. So you want to be strong through this down arm and push the floor away or the bench away. Look at your hand if your neck allows you to. And then take the other arm and we're going to reach it all the way up and around. And follow it too if your neck allows you. If that ain't going to work, then just kind of stay focused straight ahead. So I like to have people alternate, sink into it. Use the breathing, nice and strong on this down arm as you open up. Around and back. And then come back to starting position. Okay, so getting into the best position for the exercise is important, period, as I've already explained. So making sure that you can align everything properly also includes this back leg. So what I sometimes see people doing, hopefully this will be visible on camera, but I'm going to step with my right leg. So when people go to the lunge position, if they don't have sufficient dorsiflexion in the ankle, which basically means the ability to glide the knee over the foot while keeping the heel on the floor. So I've got pretty darn good dorsiflexion. I mean, I can get down here without my heels popping up. A lot of my clients have issues with that. I see it commonly in women that wear high heels often because they're constantly in plantar flexion. My runners and triathletes often have issues with it too. So I should have a ankle mobility routine here on my channel. If I don't, I need to get it uploaded. But anyway, so if you don't have good dorsiflexion, your body's gonna find a way to get into the lunge position and try to make it work. So what it's gonna do is it's gonna take that foot and spin it outward. So as you lunge and try to sink into it, this foot's gonna wanna kick out and turn like that, which totally jacks up the whole thing. Yeah, you'll feel a stretch, but for what we're doing here, we wanna keep everything aligned, not compensating this way, okay? So just to refresh, back in a good position, everything's neutral. We're able to sink the hips down, chest up, shoulders back, and that back foot stays straight ahead, or straight up. Able to come back here, you can either come down and lunge it, incorporate the arm reaches, and basically in a nutshell, that's a little bit of an explanation of what not to do and how to improve the Spider-Man stretch. So give that a shot and let me know what you think.